Working on a book, baby. It is called World of Chaos, baby. And basically, I'm working on the map for one of the planets. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like a multi-world based story. Three different planets. I don't want to say three different characters because it's a hell of a lot more characters, but we're gonna say three-ish protagonists, give or take, like four, maybe five, maybe six protagonists. You know what I'm saying? There's a few protagonists. Each planet has a certain number of protagonists. Each planet has kind of like a core focus and a core storyline, a core base, and it's different. You know what I'm saying? So you got this planet is more kind of medieval based, magic based, da 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 da, and this is Azaria, planet Azaria. Um, and then one of the planet is more tech, high, like just pure tech, post-apocalyptic, and then another planet is more like mixture. So there's a bit of magic, but it's slightly weaker magic. There's tech, but it's slightly weaker tech. But they're more balanced. You know what I'm saying? I'm still figuring out the behind the scenes of, like, let's say how those three planets are fully connected in like history, like talking about millions of years back or thousands of years back, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? In terms of that, like hundreds of thousand years back, how they connected from there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that proud of it, but I know how they connect in the current story time frame. You know what I'm saying? So in the past few hundred years, I know how they connect type shit. So, I'm just still building the world. This is why it's a world building video. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out. I've named like pretty much all the countries, right? I look. There's a few things here that happened. I suppose I'm going to explain how I'm kind of working on this. There's a few things here that happened when I was, so this thing generates different maps, right? This is saved, so I can generate a new one just to kind of show you. Let's see, okay, new map, right? Boom. Just gonna show you how it works. So see, boom, it creates this. Oh, Nordian Empire. I like that. Nordian. I'll keep that. So sometimes I see generating names like this. Whether I'm using it now or not, I save it. I note it down because it might be something I want to use later on. You know what I'm saying? I really like Nordian, even though it's simple, but I like it. I don't know. I like it. So that's kind of how I'm writing the story. You know what I'm saying? So I think what I want to do today is kind of get into the nitty and gritty of the religions and the backgrounds of each countries and stuff that's like not spoilers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about things that aren't spoilers. I'm not gonna talk about anything that's a spoiler, or anything that's major. I don't know. Wait. I'm just gonna read these names real quick just because I want to see, because I might steal some of these names and name cities from it. Like Zrag. I like Zrag. Zrag. Welcome to Zrag. Oh, that could be a person's name actually. Zwag. Nah, maybe not. Dri, nah. Kingdom of Claudia. I like Claudia. Yeah. I like Claudia. Now, because I got three different planets to make, so I gotta get all the help I can get. So this auto-generated shit really helps a lot. Kingdom of Forwin. Welcome to Forwin. A city. You know what I'm saying? City name Forwin sounds nice. I like that. Kazats, Lazu, Amnus. This is actually helps. The website is called Asgard's Fantasy Map Generator. And you have to pick like a few options. So I picked high fantasy specifically when I was generating these maps. Bullock, Republic of Sazresh, Grand Duchy of Slonis, Slozlu, Gizad, Unduk, whatever. Let me load up my own map. Because yeah. So I'm going to focus mainly on the countries that are like of the most importance in the story. God damn it! I hate this goddamn little midgets. Of the most importance in the story. So Durkel. So first of all, I suppose I'm going to talk about races and all this different shit. So they're not humans. They're called Ezrians, but they all descend from the same. So all three planets people descend from the same people. You know what I'm saying? I haven't worked out how exactly, but they all somewhat descend from the same people, but they separated at some point. And in this planet, Ezria, this is the ones with the superpowers. Neo's Ezriak, that big purple one there, that's the main. I don't know if you can see my mouse on a screen recorder. I hope you can. Can you see mouse? I don't think so on screen recorder. But It's the big purple one. Let me highlight it. I'm actually gonna open something that highlights just in case, because okay, can I make this smaller? No, I can't make this smaller. Beautiful. All right, so I'm just gonna do it like this. So that's Neo's Ezra. It's gonna highlight red. Boom. There you go. So we won't use this thing to kind of do that. So I've named. So it's an empire. They were an old empire. I actually can't say too much more than they were an old empire, because it'll be a spoiler. So that's the country I know the most about, because that's where the main protagonist of the whole book comes from. You know what I'm saying? Bomani, that's his name. He comes from Neo's Ezrek, so that's important right there. Neos means like destined, you know what I'm saying, instead of new, just because, you know what I'm saying. It's like a destined one. It's almost like holy in a way. But they are currently a kingdom. I just didn't bother changing it. Then we got Alzar. It's on the other side of the map, isn't it? Okay. Alzar, where you at? Where you hiding? No, what? What the hell is Alzar? Am I blind, bro? Oh yeah, OLED Alzar. There you go. You got Alzar. There are Ezrians as well. So Ezrians are basically, listen, I'm gonna just say humans for easy sake, right? I haven't fully thought of a name for them, but to them they're just Ezrians. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the planet is Ezrians. But then you see this place, the green place here in the middle of OLED Alzar. Let me see. I'm gonna just find it there. Metal. Right, Metal right there. These are the only humanoid, I'm gonna say humanoid creatures or beings on this planet that look unique. You know what I'm saying? They don't look normal. You know what I'm saying? They're a very small population, very powerful. Their abilities are unique throughout the whole planet as well. So that's why they're in the middle of one of the most powerful countries in Ulad Alzar. You know what I'm saying? So Alasar or Alzar, pronunciations, we'll figure it out. But Ulad Alzar or Alasar, whatever. But they're in the middle there because when Ulad Alzar kind of took over the lands around hundreds of years ago, they reached these motherfuckers at Mythal, bro, and got finessed, bro. They got finessed. So they just kept away. You know what I'm saying? They actually gave them extra space because they're actually a small enough place. The people are mainly focused kind of in the northern central area of the map, of the country, and they gave them that room. You know what I'm saying? They gave them that room because they were like, yeah, let's keep away from these motherfuckers. But these guys are built different. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the Kingdom of Nathai. Let me highlight that shit for y'all. It's on the left, green. Kingdom of Nathai. They're the only ones with kingdom in their name, because they still really fully believe in that. Not every country is actually the people in the world just refer to countries as kingdoms and nations, but not every country is technically a monarchy. You know what I'm saying? Some countries are, I want to say, more politically inclined. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same principle. High families kind of run the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have a president, but they have a elected leader, for example. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually the head of one of the major families. So they just vote amongst themselves. So it's like you have like 5-6 families that are like the big families. This is for this is not for Natai. This is for I'm gonna say for Volari. Volari works like that. So where's Volari? Yeah. Volari. Oh, here you go. All right. So Volari works like that, where they elect leaders, you know what I'm saying? But it's between like 6 families. If you can rise your family up high enough in the pecking order where you can be led into that kind of elite club where you can be voted to be the leader of the nation type shit. It's not male eccentric. Volari isn't male eccentric, so it's just whoever is in charge of the family at that time, and can garner enough support from the other family heads. And you need public approval, because the other family heads aren't going to vote you if you don't have public approval, because it's beneficial for the public to be somewhat satisfied with them, or at least to galvanize with them in case of war, in case of like any type of situation. Like, it's just more beneficial if the population is like that. Then you got Eldar. Eldar is more gritty. You know what I'm saying? Eldar is super gritty. Like these guys out in Eldar, they I was supposed to talk about religions, but I haven't come up with anything fully yet. But and I'm going to get to it when I get to Maurice, because that's the religious kind of holy land of the whole planet. They believe themselves to be like different gravy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna talk about them in a second. Maurice is right next to Eldar if you're looking at the map, and right next to Valari as well. So it's the green one next to him to the right. But yeah, Eldar is like more nitty gritty. Like though, you can kind of imagine like the Iron Islands. Is it the Iron Islands in Game of Thrones? Is that what they are? Where Greyjoy is the Greyjoy? No, it's not Greyjoy. Is it Greyjoy? Euron, yeah, Euron is from there, right? Euron is a badass in the books, isn't it? Alright, that dude. But I think it's kind of like that where they're a bit more, you know what I'm saying, a bit more aggressive. They love fighting, like they really about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But even they don't fuck with Mid-Hall, bro. They don't fuck with that small place in the middle of Alisar. They do not fuck with them because these guys are scary, bro. You know what I'm saying? They probably like the most feared group of people, you know what I'm saying? Just because of their individual strengths type shit. Yeah, so that's Eldar. They're more like that. More very basic. They just, everybody loves fighting women, man. Everybody is like that. Now Maurice is the Holy Land. Maurice is the Holy Land, and in Maurice, they kind of have like a slight different view when it comes to like men. And now this is where you see like the male and female thing happen. Female are considered holy creatures there, so they're not allowed to go to war and fight and join armies and stuff like that. But because of a treaty that kind of happened some time ago, right? It's kind of in the first few pages, so I'm not really gonna consider a spoiler. Because of a treaty, they do have to send members to a certain congregation, which I'll get to later. Maybe I won't get to it, but they do have to send people to that. But they tend to only send male, and any female they send can't participate in any combat. So that's the like religious belief. They see themselves as like the holy book of the whole nation, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of the land that they own through kind of like a holy war. Like they was really out here like trying to convince everybody that like our God and our shit and our truth. And they have a slightly different magic as well than most of the countries around them. They use what they call holy magic. You know what I'm saying? The magic can only be pure type shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna kill somebody, it can't be blood, but you can't just stab them to that type shit. You gotta use holy, clean magic. You know what I'm saying? So like they have weird magic where like if they cut you, like there's no blood type shit. You know what I'm saying? With a sword, they have strange magic. They have a lot of healing magic. Like they're probably the best land for healing because holy, bro. So they're really all about healing and growth and da 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 da. And they really love their nature and shit. Like they different over there. They're not like me in real life. They different over there. But that's Maurice, and they're one of the biggest nations in on the whole planet, and they're pretty powerful as well, especially politically throughout all the lands, because they have members of the religion throughout the nations type shit. You know what I'm saying? There's actually a religious map in this that I need to customize. Let me see if I can get that up for you. Religion. Let me see. Religions. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So this kind of tells you the different religions throughout the lands. It's actually it's really cool thing to use. And I'm using this. I haven't actually touched any of this yet. But I kind of Light Fallis Church, the Light Fallis. I like that. Mithran. I like this. I'm gonna change it to Mithran, but I like Way of Mithran. Okay, but yeah. So these are kind of like the different religions throughout the land. So it kind of shows the focus point of them. Dostrocrosian descent. I haven't you know what I'm saying, delved deep into it yet, but I will. But this is so good, because Way of Mithran. I like that. Way of Dragonborn. I should have Dragonborn, but I don't know if I'm gonna say Way of Dragonborn. I think I'm just gonna say I have Dragonborn. I'm gonna move where the regions are and shit like that after at some point. You know what I'm saying? But the Maurice one will definitely have the biggest. So it says believers 4.9 million. I'm gonna have you know what I'm saying, way more. I might change some of these numbers, but But this is handy for me while I'm writing, because I could be looking at this, and just thinking like, okay, this is what I want to, like I can pull details quickly. Like if I'm writing about something and I forget, I can just go, shit, oh, this religion thing would work here, and I can go back to it and check it out, type shit. Organized polytheism. I don't really care what the forums say, because it's not really important. As long as I know what the religion name is and what it's about and what it stands for and stuff like that. But Marie's, just know that it's the main like religious hub. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that Mecca type shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good point of reference type shit. You know what I'm saying? They have religious traditions. The life there is different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Crime is seen crazy over there. Like, you kill somebody, like, it's crazy over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? The punishments are different, like holy punishments. You know what I'm saying? They different over there with their punishments. So some people feel oppressed and some people love it. So it's like it's mixed like that. As a lot of things are. So if you notice Marie's religion, just from the map, and this is auto generated, it's not even for me type shit. It's on its own here. It's almost like they have their own pure religion here. But there's a lot of places that just aren't religious at all. So a lot of these places are going to be like not religious, like white, right? No religion. A lot of places are going to be no religion. But their religion is going to be, so throughout the years it's going to change, right? So like, let's say prehistoric, their religion was basically just around that region here, just around, like, you see the purple. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, around that region. But then over time, they became, in the present day, when we meet the story, the most spread out around the place, and a lot of people follow them. But yeah, so this is kind of like how I'm focusing on it and writing and stuff like that. And you literally, guys, right now you see me brainstorm ideas. Like I thought of some of this shit right now, but I knew Marie's was gonna be a Holy Land type shit. I knew that already, type thing. So let me see. I will need the religion map. Interesting. Boom. That's pretty cool. All right. Let me see. States. So it has like different cultures and shit, and I say the Mythal would probably have the most unique culture. You know what I'm saying? They have like a very, let's say, like, their leadership is family based, but it's not kings and queens. It's the leader of the family is like the strong of the family, because they're almost like the Uchiha clan type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not really incest anymore because there's so many of them now, but it's one kind of family. And it's very household based. It's very like together based, or very like family orientated. But the soldiers that they have, or quote unquote soldiers, it's the strongest member of the nation. Is who's in charge of the country, and they're the only one exempt from the House of Order, which is like, uh, it's I don't want to say it's a spoiler, because you learned this in like page 2 type shit, or page 1, really, page 1 and 2 of the book. But basically, the House of Order helped stop a major war, and they're the only country that's like not really like in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can highlight it. Can I change that to a country, bro? I don't really know how to do that. So it's an island beneath. So I'm gonna highlight Shadowland for you, right? So it's the island, the green part of that island by Shadowland, right there, the big green part on next to below Shadowland. That's I call that what did I call that shit? Wit Headwich Island. In this it says it's a part of Korag, but it's actually independent. It was a part of Shadowland, and after the war it became independent, in order to whatever. The book explains it more, but basically that place is the people from here are groups of people from all over the world that started like a unit of like really powerful people, and they were pivotal in stopping an all-out world war basically. um and because of that, and there was way less countries a few hundred years ago type shit, you know what I mean? But these guys kind of help, you know what I'm saying, stop empire spreading and stop everybody from killing each other. But my Mythal doesn't really participate in the House of Order in Hedwig, um, because they wasn't really involved in the war. Nobody really wanted to fuck with them in the war. These guys are built different, you know what I'm saying? These guys are built different. So they're the only kind of nation not involved with the House of Order. A lot of nations are like weren't involved early on because they also weren't really involved in the war, but they kind of saw the benefits of it, and so they became involved. And then you got Zentro, which is a really small country. You should highlight right there next to Torn, right below Torn. And Zentro, I haven't really talked too much about it, but it's a small nation, and I wanted my small nations to have like pivotal things. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be like high in resources. They're gonna be very high in resources. They're gonna have a lot of raw materials. They're gonna have like the best welders, the best like smiths, the best like shipbuilders, all of that stuff. They have a massive river right there as well, so that's handy. Or massive lake right there, so that's super handy. There's different type of creatures in the land. A lot of people use animals to get around. Ships and stuff they use mainly for like fishing and shit like that. But as you see, every land is connected, minus some of the islands. Almost every land is connected, so ships aren't like the biggest thing in the world. There's not too much navies and stuff like that, but there's not too much. A lot of stuff they have like flying creatures, which I'm working on the art for via AI. So I have to like really think of how to describe them so that the AI can get it right. But there's gonna be a lot of flying creatures, and that's how they get about. Almost think like Avatar, you know what I'm saying? Not Last Airbender Avatar, but like Avatar, you know what I'm saying? And these animals are super easily trainable, and they've been domesticized for hundreds of years, thousands of years, or whatever. So they're pretty chill. So there's a lot of that. There's like horse-like creatures, for getting around on the ground. That's the most common way of traveling. There is no cars. There's no technology. You'll find out why. There is ooh ooh. My bad. There's actually a country that no longer exists in this map somewhere, and the story behind that is going to be sensational. And it's going to do with why there's no technology, or at least why people don't know that there's technology. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's Grisha. That's Grisha is the green place right here. Let me see, stay selector. I'm so stupid. How did I not realize you could do that? Grisha is right here. I haven't thought too much about Grisha. I'm not gonna lie to you. So Zentra are the fabricators basically of the land. There's also fast travels. They have like portals and shit because they're floating islands and shit. Like this island at Zelantis there. Let me show you Zelantis. Zelantis is such a good name, bro. I'm tooting my own horn. See the Zelantis there. Does on the top right, like right above his name, where it says on top of the U, Zelantis. That island is a floating island. So you got like a few floating islands. There's they can use magic to do a lot of things. So they can you know, you can get from A to B faster, for emergency purposes. It's high tier magic, so it's not the greatest thing to use all the time. There's like power stones that power them up, and those super expensive and super pricey. And people tend to only use them because they do run out. They do run out of juice. And you need magic to activate them. And you know, some of them are locked with like specific family line magic that can access them. You know, like you know, certain people with certain abilities can trick it, but it's very difficult to do. So those teleporters just to get you from A to B faster, but you need a connector on the other side. So you can't just like pull up randomly to a country. So it's interesting like that. It's awkward to use. It's not the greatest thing to use unless you're using it within your own country. And because the crystals are so rare and so precious, people tend not to use it type shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll explain it more in the book as we go on. They do play a very, very pivotal role. And so that's kind of why I wanted to mention them a little bit. Then those Shadowland, it's just like Shadowland. I haven't actually thought of like exactly what they are yet, but hopefully next time I make a video, I'm going to know. Auburn. Why did I call it Auburn? I don't know. I don't know why I call it Auburn. I think I'm gonna change that name. I don't really like the name. Where's Auburn? Auburn, where are you? Oh, was it supposed to be Quailus? What's Quailus? What the fuck is Quailus? I like Quailus. Okay, I see Quailus. Where's Auburn? Am I blind, bro? I want to change Auburn to something else. It's purple anyway, so it should be. It's not Girnar. It's not. That's left in. What the fuck is it? Lemur. Lemur. What do I call it? Auburn. Lemur. Welcome to Lemur. Do I like Lemur? Was I meant to call it Lemur and then it just kept it as Auburn? Yeah, Shireen Lemur. Yeah, I think I. Auburn. Yeah, I think I was supposed to call it Lemur. Welcome to Lemur. 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 See, I have to like say it out a lot for me in order to like see if I like it. You know what I'm saying? Volari, I really like how that sounds. Kalum, I really like how that sounds. Eldar, I really like that sounds. Natai, I really like how that sounds. Ulid Alsar, I like that. Durkle, I like that. Mythal, I like that. Maurice, I like that. Grisha, I like that. Wake, welcome to Wake. I don't know about Wake. Maybe I don't know about Wake. I don't know about Wake. I might have to rename Wake. I don't know. Tenin. I named the capital Tenin. I might name the country Tenin. Maybe the capital city could be Wake. I don't know. Welcome to Wake. Wake. Because I was thinking of like Dawn, Dawn in Game of Thrones. The Darnish, whatever, something like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably change that name. Yeah, I like Pinaptus. Pinaptus is at the bottom right, yellow. Pinaptus. You got Korag. I should change Korag's name like 7 times. I had like different names. Benice is the capital. I named all the capitals. I'm pretty sure I named every single capital myself. Uh, Apart from Bundazad, I didn't name that though. Batard, I didn't name that. The Holy Land, sure, I didn't name that. I named from Wolven. I named Wolven for Zelantis. I named Vanal for Valari. Harinal for Panaptis. Benice for Korag. Britar for Natai. White City for Eldar. Torn for Tornia, because they simple people over there. Where's Torn? Let me show you. It's a big country, I'm pretty sure. It's big enough, yeah. Torn. A lot of these countries are like very spacious, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of land, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of land. A lot of these countries, apart from like Zentro, which is like small. So some of these countries are freaking massive. Neos Ezrock is like bigger than China. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking ginormous. It's like Russia and China, maybe not combined, but it's like a bit of a bit of them. You know, it's massive. It's massive. It's fucking ginormous. But it's not like fully built type shit. You know what I mean? They just. Oh yeah, Neos Ezrock, by the way, it's kind of the most important country. I never really talked about it. They wait, I just thought I just the name of the capital came to me. That's why I was like, I just paused there for a second. Ezra. Nah, it's got. Nah, I don't really like the capital name I thought of. Let me see. Let me see if I can come up with a capital. Um, Arjet. Welcome to Arjet. Argion. Welcome to Argion. Arijan. Welcome to Origin. Origin. It sounds too much like Origin. RJ. I want J somewhere because I feel like J isn't like used so much. Arizin. Aries. I like Aries. Welcome to Ezrak. Capital is Aries. Aries. Aries Jen. Aries John. Aries Jean. Aries Ja. Aries J. Aries. 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 Aries is nice. Fuck it. I don't like Pater, so I'm gonna say balloon. Oh, Benetor. No, I haven't thought of it. That's for Maurice. Ooh, Maurice is the holy capital. Um, so I'm gonna call it, the capital is gonna be called the Holy Land, but it's just a translation. I'm gonna think of the actual language name type shit. Holiday. I was going to say, holy walls. Welcome to the holy walls. Yeah, holy walls. Um, Marie's. What the fuck? That's Alzar. I'm so stupid, bro. Alzar. We're gonna go with. That's a good name for capital of Alzar. Dun Donetsk. Welcome to Donetsk. Kind of sounds like Donetsk, but I like it. Donetsk. Yeah. Uh, holy. The holy city. Holy city. I'm gonna say the holy city. He just translates the holy city. I'm gonna actually come up with a name and put it in brackets. But Maurice is the holy city. Yeah. So about Ezrak, Ezrak is like the most powerful military in all of the nations. And that's where our protagonist is from. So, ooh, our protagonist is OP. It's like the land of fire of this planet, but different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so there's Holy City, Wolfen, Vanal, Heronal, Benice, Britar. I like Benice. Yeah, Britar, White City, Torn, Shireen, Neos, Mare, Regustius. I actually like that. Regustius. That's definitely generated. Like I definitely did not think of that. I don't think Regustius. Where did I get that? I don't know. I don't think I thought of that anyway. Mead, Tenin, Veluel, Whedon, Zenos Bell. The fuck did I spell there? Closhes. What the fuck? Closishinde. I definitely didn't that shit, bro. Closishinde. Welcome to Closishinde. I actually like it though. I'm gonna keep it. That's definitely auto generate, but Closishinde. I'm like, look at the pronunciation of that. Closishinde. Then you got Zunlia. I think I was going to call it Zunta, but then I was like, Zunlia sounds more alien. Wander. So it's like Wa. I should double the A because it's not the same pronunciation. Wander. Maybe E. Wander. Yeah, Wander. And then from Zentro, we got Quaint. The only emblem I worked on, where is it at? This one. I don't know if you can see that. I could actually open it up big, but it opens up a whole new app, and then have to close it. But I'm gonna roughly create the emblems here, but I'm gonna use the AI generator to generate cool emblems. Yeah. But first, I'm gonna do the creatures. Maybe next episode, I'm gonna do the creatures. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on. I'm probably gonna post on this maybe one long video a week, just because I need time to actually write it and think of stuff, and then let you know. I'm pretty happy with this planet right now. There's certain things like cultures. I'm not really. I don't want to name the cultures. Like the name of the cultures is like the country. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Ezrian culture. You know what I'm saying? The name of the planet is Azaria, so that's kind of why they call themselves Ezriarch. Close enough to it. But You got Girnas, Atlantis, da da da. So I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna note. I kind of note the lores for each country, just so I know how they would react when it comes to certain situations. And I want that to play a role in how I write the story. So like, if for example, like I said, Mythal, super powerful. They kind of keep away from people. They don't really get involved in taking over countries and stuff like that. So if it's something not to do with them, they don't tend to get involved. So whenever you see them get involved in the story, you know what's up, you know something big, you know something major, and I want people to feel that. You know what I'm saying? When people interact with them, you can kind of see the difference. They do travel around because they have to get goods. They have to, you know what I'm saying? They're not averse to moving with the times, so they would traverse to Zentro. And bandits tend not to fuck with them. Like it's rare. If a bandit kills them, just know that whole bandit group is getting wiped, bro. It's getting wiped, bro. That whole bandit group is getting wiped unless the super powerful bandit group, or the Mithrals don't know which bandit group did it. Like it's rare for people to fuck with them because these are like the Uchiha clan members, of my world. You don't fuck with these guys, bro. They build different. Like one on one, your chances are slim. One on one, your chances are slim, bro. They will murk you. They will murk you. On God, they will murk you. Yeah, Shadowland people, they're gonna play a pivotal role because most of the countries like right next to Neos Ezriak, right here. Most of the countries around these guys will play a pivotal role in the story just because they're right next to them. So politically, it just makes sense. But I would say the most important countries in the books, at least the mainline books, I'm probably gonna write side stories, kind of like I don't know. I'm just gonna write side stories basically at some point. But side stories could focus on like just somebody from Mythal. Mythal, should I say Mythal or Mythal? I don't know. We'll see. Uzonamis. There's gonna be people from like Uzonamis, Lemire, Durkle. These countries aren't like super important. Mythal plays a role, but they're not like mega important. They're just like the cool people of the planet, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? They just build different motherfuckers from the planet. But the main book will focus on like Neos Ezra here, Korag, Girna, Zelantis a little bit, not as much. Shadowland is going to play a key role. Wake, not that much. Grisha, not that much. Maurice, definitely. Volari, definitely. Olet Alsar, definitely. These are kind of the main countries. So Volari, Olet Alsar. Eldar as well is going to play a role, but not major. Maurice, Volari, Oled, and Neos Ezrak, Girna, Korag. I think these are going to be the places to play the key role. Zelantis is going to play a role as well, but not quite as key. And obviously this island here, Headwitch Island, Korag, the one below Shadowland. I'm gonna just drag the name here to it so you can see that land here, Headwitch, the green place here. They're gonna play the biggest role in the story. Yeah, but that's the planet. That's the introduction to the planet. A little bit of kind of what each nation is about. In the beginning of this story, Neos Ezrak isn't like the empire it used to be. It isn't as aggressive as it used to be. They seem pretty chill. And obviously you always need something to kick off shit so that the story isn't boring. So you already know something's gonna kick off somewhere, and it's going to shake up the whole planeto. You know what I'm saying? And that's World of Chaos Azaria. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm going to title this video, but maybe world building. You can kind of see how I'm doing it. I kind of want to take you guys in the process of me doing the book and all of that stuff. I can't really show you the pages because there's hella spoilers. Like this page doesn't really have a spoiler, but there is hella spoilers in here. Like some of my notes, like in this, I can't even open it because there's mad spoilers in there. But I can try to show you the creatures. Let me see if I can just skip quickly. Oh, thank God, skip quickly. Okay, don't pause there because massive spoilers. Alright, so some of the creature ideas I had, something like these. You know what I'm saying? I want the creatures to feel different. So this is gonna be the most high fantasy or like fantasy based planet in the story. So the chapters based in Azaria are gonna be very fantasy based. The chapters based in in on Earth, because there's actually Earth here, is gonna be more tech based, and like yeah, more tech based. And then the ones on Solari, whole different gravy, man. Whole different gravy. It's gonna be tech ish with like creatures and shit. And I have to like, so this is the Azaria type creatures are gonna be like this. So this whole thing is just for Azaria. So far, I'm gonna do notes for like Solari and Earth and stuff like that when I get to it. But I want to write just the Azaria story for the book, which might be like 300 pages, maybe 400 pages. Probably gonna be the biggest part of book one. And then I'm gonna write like 200 pages for Earth and like 200 pages for Solari. Solari is probably gonna have the least amount of attention in book one. It's probably gonna have the least amount of attention throughout all the books, to be honest. But it's probably gonna have the most side stories. Actually, no, Azaria is gonna have the most stories in general, because Azaria is like the main world in my head. It's the first one I thought of, with Earth, and then Solari came into mind kind of later. So, I mean, it might change as I'm writing it. I might end up writing way more for Solari, but Solari is a bit more unique. There's gonna be a book after the mainline story that basically just focuses on it. I don't know if it's after the mainline story or if it's the book just before the mainline story, but it's probably gonna get like a side story, because the character there is like super pivotal. So they're gonna get their own book at some point. But it's gonna be very like, it's kind of gonna be like where it feels like Daenerys is kind of her own story in Game of Thrones. It's gonna be like all these three stories are their own stories, but they will connect. I will try to connect. I will basically connect all three of them in book one. That's why Azaria is probably the most complicated and the least like current world. So that's probably gonna get the most focus. Earth is pretty straightforward. Excuse me, it's post-apocalyptic in the future. Not a lot of landmass left. Not a lot of livable landmass left. So that's gonna be very intriguing. I don't know how the map generator is gonna do that. You can choose how many countries you want, actually, to be honest. I'm probably gonna have all the countries and then just say this is the only livable one and just remove names for everything else. So that's gonna be probably the easiest way to do that. But I don't have that much to do with that one. I don't have nearly as many cultures to think about, nearly as many things to think about. It's gonna be way easier. Solari is gonna be difficult because it's also high fantasy, but it's like sci-fi fantasy. So I'm gonna have to do a lot more thinking for that. But yeah, I'm very excited to just work on it. I've been working on it steadily, kind of every day. And even today, like there's a few things that came to mind while I was talking about it that I'm going to definitely use going forward. I'm going to come back to this video myself to use it as notes. The video is probably be mad long. Anyways, been your boys, the premature headed god. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'm gonna come back with more. And I am out. How do I stop this?